Hi guys, you're watching the video of the number one Bollywood music podcast 9XM Soundcast with me, Eva Bhatt. Make sure that you subscribe to the audio podcast that's available on all leading audio streaming platforms: Epilogue Media, Spotify, JioSavan, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever else you get your podcasts from. Now, with me today, I got a singer who I believe has a lot more to her credit as an artist than just being known as someone who hails from one of the most powerful, successful music label, movie studio, YouTube channel. Yeah, that is T Series. Tulsi Kumar has been releasing a lot many singles, especially in the lockdown period. And I believe that, she has been in the music scene, not just in terms of Bollywood or her non-film music, but she is a mentor to many aspiring singers. And we shall get to know a lot more in detail about this too in this podcast. For now, let's welcome her as she has just released her fantastic single composed by Sachet Parampara, written by Saeed Kadri. Yes, Tanhai is the song that's hitting the charts. With me today, I have Tulsi Kumar. Tulsi, a hearty welcome on the podcast.
Hi, thank you so much. Thank you for such a warm and such a lovely welcome.
Thank you, Tulsi. सबसे पहले तो हमें ये बताएं कि as I said that it seems like motherhood has really not kind of stalled or hampered any of your career plans. You look so fit, and it's kind of an inspiration for all mothers, all working mothers out there. So ये बताएं कि ये आप
Thank
कैसे
you so
कर
much.
पाए?
I actually, firstly, thank you. इतना सारा सब लोग प्यार देते हैं जो भी मैं म्यूजिक बनाती हूँ, जो भी गाती हूँ या म्यूजिक वीडियोस करती हूँ. I get so much love, and honestly, their love, the audience's love, support is all the encouragement for me, because it encourages me to do even better work every time. And yes, I think being a mother, there are more additional responsibilities on you, of course. As a and I'm a new mom.
Yeah.
My son is just 3 years old, so I have my divisions very clear. I have my priorities very clear. But at the same time, it was a conscious decision that I didn't want to give up on my career, and especially with the kind of love that my lovely audiences give me. As I said, they always inspire me to work, and in fact, my entire family is very supportive. And even my son, in a way, is very supportive, because he
Yeah.
lets me do my work, and he totally understands that mama's recording right now, mama's shooting right now. So I think that understanding is there between me and him also. But I try and I keep him with me most of the times. But in the current scenario, because of the existing lockdown and the pandemic, I try and travel by myself, because I'm based in Delhi, and I come to Bombay to work on my songs, etc. So mostly, usually, he accompanies me, but this time it wasn't possible. So I'm here for a couple of days, and then I head back to Delhi. We decide that we do not have to stop things, and we have to follow our passion. At the same time, of course, it requires a lot of multitasking, because I
Yeah.
am taking care of his homeschooling also. Now
Absolutely.
homeschooling has started because
Yeah.
of the pandemic, and I am working on my things as well. But one good thing that has happened, if I see the positive side, is everything can happen from home.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. I
there's,
totally
yeah,
agree.
interviews. So whether it's my work or my responsibilities towards my son, I can kind of juggle and can kind of try and manage everything.
Very, very rightfully said. So, Tulsi, before we start talking about this beautiful single composed by Sachet Parampara and written by Saeed Kadri, yes, that is Tanhai, let's know more about Tulsi Kumar, the person. As I said in my introduction, I believe and I feel that, you have been in the limelight since your childhood, like, hailing from one of the most eminent families in our industry, the family that has contributed so much in terms of not just music, movie, and the entire industry kind of looks up to T Series. So tell me, how has it been for you? How has this been for you?
Honestly, right from childhood, all of us, me and my sister, my brother, we've been brought up in a very normal atmosphere. like how everyone is. And I think a huge credit for this goes to my parents, my mom and my dad, who always kept us grounded. And of course, there are certain situations that happened in our lives at a very young age for me when I lost my father. I think that was yet another incident that made us more responsible towards what we're doing. I was all of 12 at that time, and my
Oh,
brother was 19, and my sister was also around 16. So I think we kind of matured way too earlier than
earlier.
our age, because it was a very sudden shock for the entire family. But at the same time, I think it made us very, very responsible as that we belong to this family, and a very big name, that is my father's name, because of the kind of achievements he had achieved within no time of his career span. I think we all are just striving hard, working towards our passion to live up to his name. So
Yes.
that is very, very important. So there's no way that we took things lightly or took things easily. And I remember even when I started my career, तो मुझे मेरे मम्मा और मेरे ब्रदर ने यही बोला था that you will have to make it on your own. It's been 14 years in the industry. I think I have grown slowly and steadily. I have learned through my experiences. I have made mistakes. I have done good work, and with every song, I think I've grown as an artist. So I think this entire dedication towards my work and the seriousness, which if I may say so, a lot of people might think or might take it otherwise, that maybe she comes from a background. But it's very, very important to know that I come from a background, and so does my brother, but there is a huge responsibility of the name and of the surname that we carry, and the kind of work that my father has done to live up to that. So I know that I have to work hard and make it on my own, and that's the way I have gone in my career graph right from the start. I have done backing tracks, I have done devotional tracks, I have done just 2-line feature tracks. उसके बाद गाने के बाद भी striving that connect with your audiences. So whether it was a सोच ना सके, और तेरा बन जाऊंगा, और तुम जो आई जिंदगी में बात बन गई,
बिल्कुल.
और हम मर जाएंगे from Ashiki 2, or any of the songs that I've done lately, it's the kind of connect that I have built with my audiences, and I have worked on that. So I think my journey has been very enriching, very learning, and of course, I am blessed to be part of this background, but yet it comes with a great responsibility of me not taking things lightly
For
and
granted.
giving it my 500%. तन्नू इतना मैं प्यार करा, एक पल विच 100 वार करा, तू जावे जे मैनू छड़ के, मौत दा इंतजार करा, कि तेरे लिए दुनिया छोड़ दी है, तुझ पे ही सांस आके रुके, मैं तुझको कितना चाहती हूँ, ये तू कभी सोच ना सके.
Wow, wow, absolutely right. And your father has been an inspiration, and he was somebody, एक ऐसी शख्सियत जो बॉलीवुड में जैसे अमर रह गए हैं, क्योंकि उन्होंने जो काम किया है, एंड लाइक बिल्डिंग एन एंटायर एम्पायर आउट ऑफ एशेस, इफ यू कैन से, गुलशन कुमार, आज भी हम जब नाम लेते हैं, we know the achievements, so tell me any of fond memories with your father, like especially related with music, because he was such a big lover of music, and he has kind of set so many trends, set and broken so many trends, and
Yeah.
he has brought in so many so such a revolution in our music industry. So tell me about any of those musical memories of your childhood, the kind of people that you might have seen, the kind of huge legends that you might have seen in your childhood.
Honestly, he used to bring back a lot of music. And I remember going for these reality shows that he used to go to judge. Saregama used to happen at that point of time. And as a small kid, I remember going there with him.
Wow.
And watching all the talented people perform there. Apart from that, I remember he he got me a piano on my 6th birthday, a huge grand piano. So that is one thing that I will always remember. I still have that piano. And yeah, I think every moment that I've spent with my dad has been extremely special, because those were the few moments that I got with him. And of course, the point that he realized that I have a sweet voice and I have a great interest in music, that he had the knack of judging talent, of judging people,
Absolutely.
of their potential. He had that eye. So of course, when he asked me for the first time that whether I want to learn music professionally, I think everything, every moment I've shared with my fathers remains very, very special.
If you really did, like, were you able to kind of really learn formal music?
Yeah, I think I started learning at the age of 6. I started going to Suresh Wadikarji's academy.
क्या बात है.
And then after that, when we moved base to Delhi, वहाँ पे भी मैं पंडित विनोद मिश्रा जी से सीखती
क्या
थी.
बात.
अभी भी सीखती हूँ. I think जब भी I hear any song that is very, very beautiful, I try to pick up small things from that. So yeah, I think the learning process never ends.
Wow, yeah, absolutely right. So I think if we could kind of, hear any song that is very close to your heart since your childhood.
Every song of the 90s is really close to me. And the entire album of Ashiki is very, very close, because I remember Papa bringing it back home and playing it to us much before it was out in the market. So I remember every song of that album, and I'll hum. सांसों की जरूरत है जैसे सांसों की जरूरत है जैसे जिंदगी के लिए बस एक सनम चाहिए आशिकी के लिए बस एक सनम चाहिए आशिकी के लिए. That is Ashiki for all of you.
Oh, thank you for reliving that golden era of 90s for us. And when you talk about 90s music, it was so rich with that passion of music, like everybody associated with that era. Particularly, I remember we had Kumar Shanu on the podcast very recently, and he told us about how Gulshan ji gifted him a Maruti 800 car at that point of time
Yeah,
for
I
Ashiki,
think
and just
I
such
think
warm
Papa
fun.
had so much love for music and for musicians, and his way of appreciation used to be these gifts that used to go to all the people. So I think that is one very unique factor of Papa that I don't see in anyone in today's time and age. But he used to be so fascinated with musicians and with good talent around him that he would do his best to appreciate that.
Wow, absolutely right. And so, like, as you said that, you began your career with, backing vocals in Bollywood songs and, movies like Chup Chup Ke or, Aksar or Humko
Yeah.
Deewana Kar Gaye with Anu Malik and all. So we would really like to know that, how was that journey? How was it for you as a new comer, in the industry, so to speak? So how did you really break that ice?
I have always treated myself like an artist, and just like any artist would be. I was extremely young, very, very raw at that point of time when I started. I remember my first meeting with Himesh ji. He called me in the studio and he was guiding me during the dub of Janabe Jania, and it was extremely a high pitched
High
song, and
pitched
it
song.
was. मोहब्बत की गुजारिश हो रही है तुम्हें पाने की कोशिश हो रही है जनाब पे जानिया जनाब पे जानिया जनाब पे जानिया जनाब पे जानिया. So Janabe Jania, this happened in the studio, and this was my first ever recording for any
Too
Bollywood
difficult.
song, and
Yeah.
I clearly remember how Himesh ji was so supportive, and he was really helping me, and he was really impressed with the range that I could hit my notes on. I think with every artist, with every song you grow, and also with me, I think I've done like every kind of track, वो चाहे एक लाइन की बैकिंग वोकल हो या सिर्फ 2 लाइंस का फीचर हो, तो मैंने वो सब किया है. एंड उसके बाद जब when I started getting full-fledged songs like तुम जो आए, or like सोच ना सके,
Yeah.
or like पानी सा, or हम मर जाएंगे, that's when I was like, okay, I know exactly what I'm doing. But the first few years were more of learning and an entire process of breaking the ice, because everybody, like today's music scenario, everybody is around the same age. They're
Yeah.
earlier, I'm saying around 10 years, 12 years back, it was very different. Like
There's a huge gap in the
the
age,
age
and
gap between singers and composers. So I
that
think
school
that
of
whole
thought was very
that
different.
whole school of working of the music industry was very different from what it's much more chilled out. You can talk much more with your co-singers. उस time पे तो बहुत डर लगता था recording पे
Absolutely.
जाते. I used to be very nervous. So yeah, but it was fun. I think that had its own charm, and I can't forget all that time.
Yeah, so from like backing vocals with Himesh ji, and then singing Soniye Ji Tere, one of my favorite songs from Cars. Like I love that song. So
सोनिए जे तेरे नाल दगा मैं कमावा,
के रब करे
रब करे मैं
मर
मर
जाऊं.
जावा, ऐसे था ना. हाँ, it's a beautiful composition by Himesh ji.
Lovely, lovely, amazing. And you worked with so many amazing music composers. Like you were so fortunate to work with Anu Malik or Salim Suleiman to Preetham Da, obviously. So, let's talk about, your working chemistry with, probably each of them, and some memories associated with, probably let's start with, Preetham Da's amazing, beautiful compositions.
Pritam Da is such a sweet human being. Of course, needless to say how
Yeah.
talented he is as a musician, as a music composer. But as a human being, his simplicity and his rawness, and he's very unaware of the fact that how good he is. So I think that's what is the best thing about Pritam Da.
Wow.
And all his music that he does. I mean, I've been just part of few of Pritam Da's songs, but every song of Pritam Da, I think the entire album that he does,
Yeah.
it is always my favorite. I think Pritam Da's music will and has always been my favorite, and will continue to be my favorite. He's amongst one of my most favorite composers.
Wow.
And it's been such a pleasure working with him on Tum Jo Aaye. And a lot of times I think I've sat with Pritam Da I'm talking about initial phases.
Yeah.
अब तो ज़्यादा मिलते नहीं हैं Pritam Da.
The
But
busy
initial
Pritam Da.
phases, I remember going to his studio and chit chatting with him. I think he's a wonderful human being. तुम जो आए जिंदगी में बात बन गई, इश्क मजहब इश्क मेरी जात बन गई, सपने तेरी चाहतों के, सपने तेरी चाहतों के देखते हो अब कई दिन है सोना और चांदी रात बन गई, हो तुम जो आए जिंदगी में बात बन गई.
Wow, Tulsi, thank you so much. So, I would really want you to kind of break that myth that, many of, our audience might have, that, okay, it must have been a cakewalk for somebody like Tulsi Kumar to get, big songs or work with the biggest in the industry. But, looking at your career and looking at all the fabulous songs that you have sung, we do get a fair idea that, you also have had your share of struggle, the way songs must have come to you, the way you have, it's not like an entire album belonging to T Series features only Tulsi Kumar. No, that's not true.
No, never.
Right.
In
So
fact,
how
there are more other singers. There are other singers that you will see feature more often than me. But I have always said that I don't choose my songs; the songs choose me, and whichever song is fit in whichever artist's voice, it goes to that person. Because end of the day, it's about the kind of connect you have with the audiences. I think today, if my songs don't do well, no matter I come from the label or anything, I can go on maybe for a year, for 2 years,
Absolutely.
maximum 3 years ke baad, there won't be consistency of work. If you're not delivering what the audiences are loving, then no matter, even if it's a home label, there is a stopping. You can get an initial launch, you can get initial few years, you can get your songs, but if your songs are really not connecting, or if you are not connecting with your listeners, with the people that you're making music for, then I don't think sustaining is possible in this industry for anyone. So end of the day, it's just how you are connecting, how your talent is speaking for you, and what kind of songs you're giving out in the market. And I'm very happy that I've been treated like any other artist by my own label. And there are songs where I have been replaced out, and other singers have sung it because maybe the song sounds a little better in there. And that has happened with pretty much all us musicians. It
All the
happens.
yes.
So I am pretty much in the same boat as everyone else, but I don't know why. It's just because of the perception that I come from the background. As I said, background can't make you connect with your audiences. That's something that your background can't do. It can give you one or two chances maybe, but end of the day, every label or every music composer for that matter will only see my repertoire as the kind of work I've done before offering me a song. So that ways, I think I'm very clear, and I'm very happy that I've made it on my own and on my credit.
Absolutely right. And that was going to be my next question, that T Series being your home ground, are you treated as somebody from a privileged background, but no, or you are treated like a professional person? Okay, you are working in your office, but hello, you are an artist at that point of time. So that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of
200%,
that.
and there are times I walk into my music director's studios, and of course, I'm like any other artist. I have to spend time behind the mic. I have to do everything that an artist does. I have to go through rejections. I have to go through selections. I do exactly what others do, but it's just that because of the background, people think it might have been a cakewalk for her, but that's not the scenario at all. I have had my shares, and the reason my career graph also shows that I have always kind of been consistent with the kind of songs that I give out in terms of the likability factor. So I think it's that has kind of continuously got me work and continuously kept me in the game.
And like they say that work speaks for itself. Let me mention the album Ashiki 2. If you see, it had loads of amazing songs, chart busters, but your songs, Hum Mar Jayenge, and my favorite, your song with KK, Piya Hai Na. I mean, these two songs of this soundtrack of Ashiki 2, they made their own way. The way the other songs were promoted, we know that, Arijit Singh songs, Tum Hi Ho, or, Sun Raha Hai Na Tu, they were the chart busters, and the way they were promoted, fine. But your songs, these two songs kind of slowly and steadily, they just, spoke for themselves. And one of my favorite,
I think that the entire album of Ashiki too, of course, it did have those two headliner tracks, Tomio and Sunra Aina, but every track of Ashiki had a meaning behind it. It was woven as per the story requirement. And Hum Mar Jayenge had a very 90s vibe to it. And
yeah,
as I told you, I've grown up in that era, and I have a lot of love and respect for all the music that I've heard of the 90s, and it,
of
it
course.
is extremely close to my heart. So, Hum Mar Jayenge, you'll get a little hint of the 90s also in my vocal tone. And Piya Hai Na was yet again a very, very contemporary number. It was very, very beautiful, and again, a different tone of mine was explored there. and a duet alongside KK. I think
I
it
mean,
was
it was a
the
dream
whole
come true, I
combination was
think.
really good.
Yeah. पिया है ना, what a song. अगर आज भी आप सुनते हो, it is one of the best songs for me in Ashiki 2. Yeah. So absolutely, any memories of that roller coaster ride, Ashiki 2?
I was extremely emotional. I was filled with pride because I was going to be part of Ashiki 2. The first part being made when I was a little child, and when I started pursuing my love for music, when I just recognized my love for music, and all the more because this project was helmed by my father along with the Bhatts.
Of
तो
course.
वो चीज मेरे लिए बहुत स्पेशल थी कि एक ऐसा प्रोजेक्ट जो पापा के बहुत करीब था, that
बिल्कुल.
was gonna going into the sequel, and in the second part I was gonna be giving my vocals as a professional playback singer. So मेरे लिए वो बहुत ज़्यादा एक touching factor था. I think Ashiki 2 was one of a kind album where every song was appreciated and people gave it love for, like, it kind of became like one of the evergreen, it is one of the evergreen albums of the current era.
We would like to know the role of your brother in your life, not just as your brother, but a mentor, in music. So, role of Bhushan Kumar in your life, Tulsi.
My brother has always been like a father figure to me. He is about eight and a half years older than me. Also, I'm the youngest in the family. So I think I've always looked up to him, and we kind of didn't go through that phase much because we moved to Delhi. He was in Mumbai. He was all of 19 at that point of time. The whole empire was put on to him, and he was pretty clueless about things. So I
Awesome.
had huge respect for my brother, and everything that he says, even today, whenever we discuss music or we discuss independent music that I'm very closely working these days. I really fall back on him for his suggestions, for his improvisations that he has to offer. There are times, sometimes we disagree, but I still feel that, the kind of experience and the kind of judgment of music that my brother has developed over the years, and that I
Yeah,
think
of
he's
course.
got it in him from my father. He's inherited that. I think I really look up to that. Creatively, as an artist, I feel sometimes some things, I don't agree on, but still I have so much respect for him, and I know that मुझसे गलती हो सकती है, but भाई से गलती नहीं होएगी. So that faith in him and that love for him, and more than the love, I think the respect that I
Respect.
have for him, I think that makes our bond very, very special.
Wow, amazing. Talking about independent music, we all know, we all remember the golden era of indie pop and the role of T series, super cassettes then. And now, again, it's the surge has only increased the phenomenal success of be it Punjabi music or any regional music, and the kind of boost that industry has got, especially from T series. Independent music in India is seeing such a revolution. You are an important part of that revolution. You have been releasing such beautiful tracks. Tell me about your experience, your memories of indie pop then, and the kind of icons that you looked up to, and
I think
now you
indie
are,
pop was at its peak in the 90s,
of course,
and everything about Falguni Pathak or Alicia Chinoy,
Chinoy.
or everything that I heard in the 90s plays a major part in my career and in my hearing the kind of music that I've heard. And yeah, the era of independent music is being celebrated even now. I have been doing a lot of Bollywood, and I have been doing independent even in the last few years, but I was not very consistent with my releases. But 2020, I think, when lockdown hit the entire world, I think I got that time, and I got that vision where I could sit and visualize as to how I look at myself if I present myself in the independent music scene. So
Absolutely.
that's when the whole process started taking place, we had already started work on a song called Tere Naal, which was a collaboration with Darshan Rawal.
Yes.
So during lockdown, we shot the music video. That initiated it. And then there was Naam, which I had
Oh,
already worked on much before lockdown. I had shot the music video that was already in the pipeline. Then we had that. Then I did a reprise version of Naam.
yes.
There was Zara Tehro, where of course I wasn't featured, but it's a beautiful track with
Beautiful.
Arman on it.
Yeah.
So I think that, and now Tanhai, I think lockdown has been really good in terms of me working a lot on independent music. And as I always say, independent gives any artist a lot of freedom to kind of creatively do
Explore.
different things in different spaces and genres, which maybe you cannot do for a
Yeah.
film, because
Of the
in a film you're
storyline and
bound by a situation, and there is a certain type of genre that is required, either a romantic or a dance.
yeah.
But here I think you're more free. And even when you project yourself on screen, when you're playing a character on screen, I think that connect with your song translates through. And I think the journey is beautiful with working on independent. So right from making of the song, recording it, its music production, to its music video production and featuring in it, and then going out and promoting it, it's like the whole kind of a series of things that I absolutely enjoy.
Wow, amazing. Tanhai listeners, you guys are already enjoying the beautiful song composed by Sachet Parampara. Tell me about, how was it, singing for Sachet Parampara, the guys who made the headlines with Kabir Singh?
मेरी राहें तेरे तक है, तुझ पे ही तो मेरा हक है, इश्क मेरा तू बेशक है, तुझ पे ही तो मेरा हक है, साथ छोड़ूंगी ना तेरे पीछे आऊंगी, छीन लूंगी और खुदा से मांग लाऊंगी, तेरे नाल तकदीर लिखवाऊंगी, मैं तेरी बन जाऊंगी, मैं तेरी बन जाऊंगी. This talented duo of Sachet and Parampara, I mean, I really feel that they have some commendable talent.
Of course.
I remember when I first visualized this song, Tanhai, exactly knew what I was looking at and what I wanted. I wanted a soulful song, yet in that rock pop kind of a genre, which was very youth oriented, very college friendly. So I knew this was the brief in my head, and I called them up, and on a phone call I gave them all my specifications of how I visualize my next single. So I think that all they put together, and they were very happy with the fact that I was very clear about what I wanted in terms of my single. So I think that entire brief, they put in their best into it, and they gave me this song Tanhai, which is written by Saeed Kadri ji. I think it just happened, some songs in one go only, everything gets finalized because it just sounds right to you. When you see the video, and to all the listeners and all the viewers who are watching us, when you will see this music video, it does not end on a sad note. It's a sad yet a motivational song. It's a sad motivational song. And it's just going to make you feel good about yourself at the end of it, because Tanhai is not always a negative emotion if you look at it positively. And that's how we started the whole campaign of Tanhai, कि Tanhai को देखने का अपना अपना नजरिया है. So किसी के पास कुछ थोड़ा सा भी दुख होगा या प्रॉब्लम होगी, sometimes you just blow it out of proportion. But when you go in the outside world and you look at people who are actually suffering and yet have a smile on their face and yet find happiness in small things of life, that's where you learn that you are blessed with too much and you don't have to give up on life or give up on anything. Absolutely. So this song Tanhai, whenever you get the time to watch the music video, it takes you in a shows your positive side of being with yourself, where you come closer to yourself. So yeah, I think we've ended Tanhai on a positive note.
Absolutely right. Let's have a few lines of Tanhai from you, Tulsi.
Definitely. टूटा है बहुत ये दिल मेरा, आंसू है बड़ी तन्हाई है, जब से तेरी बाहों में हमें आने की हुई मनाई है, मेरे हिस्से में गम ही आए हैं, तेरे हिस्से में खुशियाँ। That was the night for all of you.
Wow. Lovely, lovely, beautiful, beautiful. How challenging it has been to kind of, maintain your individual identity as, as a woman amidst this competitive industry and the glaring lens of the media always. So how challenging it has been for you to, maintain your identity as an individual artist.
I think it's what you're determined to do and how passionate you are about what you're doing.
Right.
There are times when I get some, मतलब मुझसे अगर थोड़ी सी भी गलती होती है, मुझे पता है ज़्यादा उंगलियां उठने वाली हैं, so I'm ready for that, but I don't want to give a chance to anyone to do that. That's why I think I work extra hard so that people don't get any opportunity to point fingers. But of course, it's a competitive world out there. Everyone out there is giving in their best. All I want to do is give my 500% to my music, because music is not my profession, it is my passion. So I think I'm very determined to achieve greater heights when it comes to my music career graph, or whether it's giving some entertaining and soothing music to my listeners. So I'm very focused and determined on that front. So I think that's what helps me to stay with my full focus on what I have to do and where I have to reach.
Such a different side of you that we have got to know, and I'm sure the listeners and the viewers are going to really enjoy this episode.
I'm very honored to be part of this podcast, because it's such a detailed interaction between the artist and you, and our listeners get to hear so many insights about the songs. And I've been following this myself. I've been hearing a lot of artists who come in, who share their insights on your show. So I'm very, very happy, and thank you for making me part of this podcast. इश्क दा लगे रोग मैनू, इश्क दा लगे रोग, मेरे बचने दी नहीं उम्मीद, मुझे कहने लगे हैं लोग, मुझे कहने लगे हैं लोग, मेरे बचने दी नहीं उम्मीद, मेरे बचने दी नहीं उम्मीद. Thank you for having me on your show, and thank you for making me part of this podcast. It means so much. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Tulsi Kumar. Bye. Guys, make sure that you subscribe to the podcast and subscribe to the audio podcast that's available on all leading audio streaming platforms, Epilog Media website, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, JioSaavn, wherever else you get your podcast from. This is me, Eva, signing off for now. Every Wednesday, a new episode releases, so you will get notified if you subscribe to the podcast.